That's gonna start for real now. Good night for our Indian colleagues. Good afternoon for the other people in the mid Europe and so on, and also hello morning for the people in US time zones and everybody in the world, different places. Hello Saumya, how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Good to know. Thank you for coming. For today, I would say please share your slides, not this screen. For today's, I would say last but not least, full screen.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Liquid Galaxy presentation
Yes.
about integrating Google Maps in Flutter for Liquid Galaxy apps. So say hello to Rohit. It's already on the YouTube. More people will come shortly. So, Saumya, I'm leaving the stage to you, and you can start your
Yes, sir.
presentation.
Thank you so much.
Hold 1 second because I have to make a small change. Wait 1 second. That's the thing about doing it live. Sometimes there are things to be okay. Perfect. Stage is yours. You can start your presentation now.
Okay, thank you so much. So, hello everybody. I'm Saumya Bhattacharya and I'm pursuing BTech in Computer Science Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Bhopal. And today I'll be talking about integrating Google Maps in Flutter for Liquid Galaxy applications. So, what is Google Maps? Google Maps is a web mapping service developed by Google, offering satellite imagery, street maps, 360 panoramic views of the streets, real-time traffic conditions, and route planning for traveling by foot, car, bicycle, or public transportation. It is basically how we visualize the real world, but virtually. So, why is it necessary for Liquid Galaxy? First is versatility. Standalone functionality allows users to access geographical visualization on various devices beyond LG rigs, enhancing versatility. Second is reliability. Independent operation ensures continuous access to geographic data, even if there are issues with LG rigs or connectivity, enhancing reliability. So it's basically used in order to prevent the any hindrances for any geographical visualization. Next is prerequisites for Google Maps. So first you have to head on to this website of Google Maps platform and you have to go to this website, create API keys and go to the credentials page, put in your credentials, get your API key, and then you can follow the following steps in order to enable your API. Next is the Google Maps Flutter package. You have to head on to pub.dev and here is the package. You can go through the README of this. So it has steps for basically installing it in your applications. So you can go through this. Next is setting up Google Maps. So there are 3 steps for you to set up the Google Maps in your applications. First is you have to go to your YML and you have to initialize that in your dependencies. Then you have to go to build.gradle and then you have to go to android manifest.xml. So I'll be showing you this with the help of my demo application, which I have here. So first I head on to YML. In the dependencies part, I have defined my package here. Next, I go to build.gradle. So in the Android part, in the app section, you get build.gradle and you have to define a minimum SDK for your Flutter application to be 20. This is because Google Maps does not work for Flutter applications having a minimum SDK less than 20. So you have to define that. And next, when you go to Android manifest, you have to go to the application tag, and in that body of that application tag, you have to paste this line, which you get into the README part of the documentation for the package, and you have to specify your API key there. Next is implementing the utility functions provided by the maps class. So first we could do is adding place marks. A place mark is a point that marks a location on the map surface represented by a red pushpin icon. So you can also, I would say, make it better. I mean, you can use other icons as well. But for simplicity, I've used the default one that we get a red pushpin on there. You can refer to the following code as for implementing that. Next is displaying a polygon. To show the polygon, we define the number of sides. So to define a number of sides, you have to use a list of latitudes and longitudes. So basically, in order to implement a 3-side polygon, we have to define 4 points. Now, look at this part of the slide. I have defined a list which has 4 points, and note that the first and the last point is same. So in geographic information systems and mapping, a polygon is defined a closed shape when the first and the last points are the same. So it's a good practice that you have the first and the last point are same so that your shape is closed. And that's how you can define a polygon. Next, we'll be understanding Google Map integration in Flutter with a simple demo application that I have created. Heading to my IDE, we go to maps.dart and we import the package first. That is the Google Maps Flutter package. And then we head on to widget build. So wait, I'll be giving you a preview of my application first. So this is the preview. So it has 3 buttons here. One is for the place map. Next is for a polygon, which I have made a square. And next is a circle. So in the build part, first for the app bar, I have defined a title of Google Maps here. And in the body section, I've implemented a Google Map class having the following specifications. First is initial camera position. So initial camera position is given the value of a variable called kGoogle of type camera position having the following specifications. First is the target, which will be having a default value of latitude and longitude as follows. Then a zoom value, a bearing value, and a tilt value. Next, wait a second. Next, for all map created, I have created this function which initializes the controller. So now Google Map controller is used for a variety of uses. First, for moving the camera. You can implement that by using the animate camera or move camera functions that it provides. Then adding markers, drawing overlays, listening to events, and manipulating map settings. These are the few implementations of the controller. Next, for map type, I have chosen a map type to be normal. You can choose any other type also if you want. So suppose it has a lot of options like satellite. So if I click, if I make it that, we get somewhat this kind of view. But I choose to go with the normal one. So I'm just switching my normal. Next, for compass enabled, it has a default value of true. So if you don't want a compass in your application, you can make it false. You can see a small compass right here. So since I have made this true, if you don't want that, you can make it false as well. Next, Google Maps basically has a property that whenever we tap on a particular point on the map, it gives us the latitude and longitude value of that particular map point, latitude and longitude, on which we have tapped on. So the on tap function basically does that. It assigns the value of the latitude and longitude in this variable called center, which has a default latitude and longitude value as follows. But when we put that into the on tap function, it gets another value of the latitude and longitude value which we have tapped on the map. Next, we have the attributes of the Google Map class, circles, polygons, and markers, accepting a set of circles, polygons, and markers respectively. You can see that I have defined a set for a marker, a polygon, and a circle here, which is added into the set with the help of functions. So I have for circles, I have a add circle function, which is here. And similarly, I have for the polygon as well as the marker. So for the circles part, using the add circle function, first is the set state statement, which basically updates the state of the circle. So when we tap onto a point on the map, it makes a circle there. I will be showing you that with the help of a demo as well. So for the circle, suppose I have tapped here, so it made a circle there. If I tap here, suppose at Bali, so a circle is made here. If I tap a circle here, I mean, forms a circle here. Similarly, the same thing is implemented for place mark as well. If I tap here and I click on place mark, a place mark is pointed here. If I tap here and I click on the place mark button, a place mark is made here. So basically, this is happening with the help of the set state function. After that, we have the clear shapes function. So in the clear shapes function, what we are doing is we are the current screen is cleared of all the previously made markers, polygons, or circles so that the visualization is not hindered and the new marker or the circle that we're presenting is properly visualized. So we are doing that here. And then in the circle set, we are adding a circle of circle ID circle center that we had defined in the on tap section. Then radius, fill color, stroke width, and stroke color. Now for the circle part, the border color is the stroke color. If I want the color to be something else, I can change it. Like suppose if I choose blue, I can choose blue here and I have to rerun the application and it will appear blue. And for the stroke width also, I can change the value, and also for the fill color, I can change the value as well as the opacity. Next, if we go to the polygons part, the polygons part is also assigned a set of type polygon, in which I am adding polygons with the help of a function called add polygon, which is here. First, we are clearing the shapes so that the visualization is not hindered. Next, in the polygon set, we are adding a polygon of polygon ID polygon. Now, for the points parts here, I have already defined the points. So here you can see the points that I've already defined, which is in the form of a list having latitude and longitude values. You can note the first and the last point here as well, which are the same, so that my shape is a closed shape. And this list will be returned, and in the add polygon part, we'll be getting the points to this list. Then the stroke width, then stroke color and fill color. Here also you can customize according to your wish. If you want to choose some other color, you can choose other colors as well. Next is for the markers. Similarly, for the markers also, I have created the add marker function, which first uses the set state because as you are already seen, here that when I'm clicking on some other point, the marker is made there. I'll repeat that. See for here, if I click it here, the marker will be made here. So that is with the help of the set state only. So next we are having clear shapes. Next for the markers in the set, I'm adding a marker of marker ID marker, a position of the center because that is what is getting updated on the untap function. And an icon which I'm using a default marker icon. If you want to customize that, you can customize that as well. You can use other um, pointer options in order to make the markers beautiful. That's your choice. And next, I have the floating action buttons that I have made here. These three small buttons that I've made. In the on-press of this from these buttons, if you see, I have assigned the function that I've made, add marker, add polygon, and add circle in the on-press of all the three floating action buttons because with the help of these functions only, we are able to add our desired marker or a polygon or a circle. So these are the functions basically responsible for showing these on the map. So on the on press, since we are pressing that and then we are able to see it in the on press section, we'll be putting that. For the icon, I have chosen icons and I have customized the UI. It's a very simple UI since it's a demo application. So that's all. And next for the main function in the home section, I have added the maps class here, which will be obviously stateful because there are changes of state here. So of course, there it will be stateful. And in the home section, we define that class, which is the first screen that appears when we start our application. So since I want the maps class to be the first screen that appears on my application. That's why I'm assigning the maps class here. So that's basically my application I have made in order to demonstrate the Flutter maps, having these two implementations. And next, I'll be talking about showing KML in Google Maps. So for this, I had made a Medium article. This Medium article shows a step-by-step approach on how to basically add KML on Flutter Google Maps. It has a few steps which is very simplified. We have to first add the KML file on a specific route. Then we are making changes in the native plugin because we have to tweak into the native code. Then we had to add the KML layer. So here, since you see the implementation of the Google Maps controller. Next, we have to create the cross-platform communication channels because we are tweaking into the native code. Then we have to call the native code from Flutter. And you'll be able to show with the help of channels and going to main.dart, you'll be able to implement the KML on the Google Maps. It's not a very big documentation, but you could give it a read and let me know if you liked it. And that's all about my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Saumya. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have completed. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, let's wait for if there is any question. We have Rohit, Amit, Manas, Joseph on the YouTube chat, and maybe there are other persons not talking. And let's wait for a minute. In the meantime, again, Saumya, thank you very much for your presentation today. And I'm going to show
Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir.
Good. I'm going to show, in the meantime, as usual, two things that still we have on the community pending. Let me find what else. What is that? Yeah. So we have The second edition contest is apps with Flutter and artificial intelligence. The finale is on April 23. At this moment, only 3 persons of the community, only 3, that's not too much, have sent an application for the contest. It means that the 3 hours will be for those guys if no one more comes in. I think there are 3 different packages of hours. And the other question is the rest of the explanation about the contest is on, of course, on our liquidgalaxy.eu website as usual. And the other thing is what's important? My one, be the force with you, Al. We are in the process of finalizing choosing the persons, and also I'm showing up the Google Summer of Code this year arrives to 20 years old. That's a lot. We've been 14 years on the program, and Google Summer of Code by itself is 20 this year. So amazing. So no questions there. No questions, guys. We'll wait for a second, and then we'll leave. What time is here where you live? You remember your city, Saumya?
Sir, I have my college in Durgapur and I live in Kolkata.
Okay. Small city in India. Small.
Yes. So Kolkata is a city as well, and Durgapur is basically a city and a town. So I have my college there, and I have my home here in Kolkata.
But I'm trying to joke that Calcutta is a small city. No, you live a few people there.
It's a very big city. It's a very big
I never remember. Let's wait. How many inhabitants Calcutta? Okay, 15 million people. Not bad. And also, Saumya, remember me. I think you have some kind of in the country. You're gonna change the name of the city.
No, actually, it was first named Calcutta, then it has been renamed to Kolkata.
But they are not wanting to come back to change it again. No.
No, no.
Oh, okay,
no.
okay. That's my error. I thought there were some persons that wanted to change. So, no questions from the YouTube. So Saumya, thank you. See you soon. And everybody, the community, we will have no more streamings till the Google official announcement or my one. So again, be the force with you. Thank you for contributing and good luck. Bye bye. Ciao.
Thank you so much.